finally, for our first game in 14 days, first game since December the 5th, Tottenham versus Liverpool, and welcome back for the pre-match pump-up, and I am absolutely buzzing. We're going to have Mo Salah diving down the wing, the diving king. Honestly, let's send him back up to Liverpool, crying to Santa for 3 points. That's what we need to do. I'm absolutely buzzing. I cannot wait for this one. It is finally great to have Tottenham back to play a game, and look, hopefully the gods are shining on us, and we can get the victory today. Guys, if anyone does want to come on and have their say on this pre-match pump-up, simply click the link in the community section. There is a link up there. Click on it. It'll bring you in, and come on and have your say. This show is for all of you guys out there, the We Are Tottenham TV army. Ben and Sim love you that much. They want to get you involved on match days, and that's why they brought you the pre-match pump-up as well as the post-match fan show. But guys, today we have absolutely everything covered here. We have myself on now. Then I believe in studio we have Benji, and we have the one and only Brains McLeod as well. So that's who you have for the watch along, I believe. And then for the post-match fan show as well. So we have you covered here all day. Let's turn the Reds over. I'll give everyone maybe a few stats about the game and everything you do need to know. Of course, it is a 4:30 kickoff. Paul Tierney is the man to blame if the plan doesn't go well. He is the man to blame. He is the referee. And Chris Kavanagh up in the VAR room. He's a guy. We know Liverpool, they get all these, that's why I call them Liverpool, because they seem to get all these decisions, At Tottenham, if there's any chance of a Tottenham penalty, it's looked at quickly and forgotten about, moved on. But for Liverpool, they spend 10, 15 minutes, have a dairy milk and a cup of tea with it, and really analyse it and try and find a reason to give Liverpool the penalty. So basically, we need to keep it. We need a Chris Kavanagh cam today to make sure he's not getting any backhanders on the table, any sums of money, because we know how far to operate for Liverpool. We are 7th in the Premier League. So far, we have played 14, won 8, drawn 1, and lost 5 with 25 points. We do not have a good record against Liverpool, in fairness. We have lost our past 7 games against Liverpool in all competitions. So, we are definitely up against it today. But look, positive stats for you. Spurs can win 4 successive Premier League games for the first time since November 2020, and 4 in a row at home for the first time since the final 4 matches of the 1920 season. So that's a positive stat. For all you betting people out there, we know We Are Tottenham TV. They do a betting stream every once in a while. It does help with my accumulators, by the way. And so here's one for the bettors out there. There hasn't been any draws in the past 18 league fixtures at home in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So I put a result on either way. And Spurs have won all 4 home matches in all competitions under Antonio Conte. So some massive stats there. So hopefully they can go in our favour. For Liverpool, of course, they are second. They played 17, won 12, drawn 4, lost 1, and they're sitting on 40 points. Their last 5, they've won all 5, and they are on form as well. There's a lot of stats there about them. I don't really want to go into them, to be honest with you, because I really hate Liverpool. But Roberto Firmino has scored 5 in his last 6 Premier League games versus Tottenham, with 3 of them being match winners. So that little rat there, we have to keep an eye on him very, very closely, because in fairness, he does love a goal against Tottenham. For Tottenham, no fresh injury concerns. Romero, of course, he's still out until the new year. Lo Celso and Reguilon are both back in contention following returning to training, which is massive. Liverpool, Nathaniel Phillips is out with a fractured cheekbone. That's the wannabe Virgil van Dijk. Nathaniel Phillips is. Adriani's out with a calf injury. So Virgil van Dijk, Curtis Jones, and Fabinho are all out after testing positive for corona as well. Divock Origi and Naby Keita should probably return today after being injured. But I don't know whether it's true. But apparently there might be no Salah today. I don't want to get people's hopes up. I'm just putting it out there. But there might be no Mo Salah today for Liverpool. But we will wait and see. But everybody keep smashing that like button. Keep smashing that subscribe button. But look, let's get on the first guest. Who have we got? I believe we have KVP. How are you keeping, my man? Or KPV, sorry. How are you keeping, Kyle? I'm absolutely buzzing, my man. It really is Christmas. Tottenham are playing for the first time this month.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great.
Yeah.
And come here, what's your thoughts ahead of today's game, Kyle?
The thought. I think we. I think. I don't know. Like thoughts. I think what Son will start, and I think what Hoiberg probably will. That's what I'm saying. My thoughts, but obviously that's what I'm saying. But yeah, thoughts. But I want to beat these lot because I hate losing to these whacks. And
Yeah.
yeah, we need to keep an eye out for that Brazilian whack. That is Firmino. As you said, he scored match winners, but I don't want him scoring again. So it's time to stop him. And Lloris will probably stop him from scoring. Son, but yeah, like yeah. So hopefully we can beat these lot. Then I think this will be the first time beating them since October 2017 was the last time we beat these lot. So
Yeah.
I just want to beat these lot, man, because I'm done losing to these lot. They always seem to beat us.
Yeah.
So, but Conte actually beat Klopp in 2018. That was with
Yeah.
Chelsea. So hopefully Conte can beat Klopp again and go 2-1 up. And it'll be the first time we've had a Chelsea manager who's managed both Tottenham and Chelsea going
Yeah.
beating Klopp. So, but score predictions. I want a 5-1 win. I want 5-1. Sonny, hat-trick, and Eric Dyer, and probably Hoiberg again. Yeah, I want a
Do you
5-1.
know what, Kyle? You're not the first one to say to me about Eric Dyer scoring today. What is it in the air? Why do you believe Eric Dyer might score?
Because, like, I actually like the guy. I think he's done great under Antonio
Yeah,
Conte
he
since
has.
Conte walked through the door. So I think Dyer might actually score in this game because I'm actually starting to like him because I know he wasn't great when we had Nuno, but he was poor. But I actually like Dyer for once because I know people have been giving him stick for the past few seasons, but he's actually starting to become a good player under Conte. So,
Mm.
but I actually think Dyer will score. But like, I hope he does. But you never know. It might be Reguilon again.
Mm.
Reguilon.
Who knows? Who knows? Especially if Trent Alexander Arnold bombs forward down that side and we can snatch the ball off them early and get Reguilon in behind. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd actually love that. And yeah, so
And
yeah,
look, Kyle, like I was saying, it's our first game since the 5th of December. Do you
yeah,
think Conte will have us well drilled and have a plan waiting for Liverpool today?
yeah. I think he will. Yeah, he will. I think
Yeah.
he will definitely. And yeah, so let let's just end their winning run because since the West Ham game, they've gone on an unbeaten one. So
Yeah.
let's become the second team to beat these lot. West Ham did. Let's become the second team to beat these lot. Then they would have lost 2 games. So let's just end their unbeaten one like West Ham did, and then that that will make us happy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Everton and Man City are probably going to be cheering us on like they have every time we play these a lot. They'll probably want us to beat Liverpool. So cheers to the Man City Everton fans for cheering us on. But I would just like to send my thoughts and prayers to Bob Spur.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing great and get well soon, my mate. And hopefully we'll see you back on the channel, mate. Get
And a
well soon.
bit of an update on Bob Spurs speaking to Daigle. And he was saying, that it does look like he is on less oxygen than what he was as well. So it does look like he is improving, thank God. So
Yeah,
look, hopefully we can get this one done for Bob today, huh, Kyle?
yeah. Let's do this. And Tom Holland is a Spurs fan, so big
Yeah.
up yourself, Tom Holland. And yeah, I just want to say good luck to the lads. Hopefully they can put a good shift in and beat these lot. And as always, come on, you Spurs!
Louder than that, Kyle. One more time. Give it to me louder. Come on, my man.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, Kyle. That's what I'm
Come
talking
on, man.
about. Absolutely love it. Big yourself up, Kyle. KPV coming in, bossing the appearance, and then just leaving again on his own terms. I absolutely love it. Big up KVP. Show him a lot of love in the comments. But look, let's keep going. We are about 17 minutes out from lineups. We will get you them as soon as they are put out. But let's get on the next guest. Who have we got? It's Daniel Levy's best friend, Sean Butler. How are you keeping, my man?
The devil's advocate himself. I'm well, my friend. How you doing?
I'm absolutely buzzing, my man. Absolutely buzzing. It's good to see you on with a smile on your face. You pumped for today's game, brother?
I am, man. I tell you what, I'm just looking at Betfair, and I know we don't know the team news, but the price for Tottenham to win was 6.25 to 1 2 hours ago, and we're now 3.9 or 7 to 2, just outside 7 to 2. Someone must know something about the team sheet for that price to collapse like that.
So wait, are we after getting a better price to win or a worse price, Sean? I'm not great with maths. I've had maths in school,
So Tottenham are shorter odds, right? So before, 2 hours ago, we were like essentially 6 to 1. Now we're 7 to 2, which means if you put money on Tottenham now, you're going to make more money if we do win. Make less money if we do win versus what we did a couple of hours ago, which can only be down to.
Do you think Mo Salah's out? Do you think Mo Salah's out? That's what it's down to, in my opinion.
Maybe. Well, listen, I'm looking at Mo Salah's price to score first, and that hasn't particularly changed, right? I don't know, but I mean, there's not that much money been backed on it. Listen, I'm not betting. I'm not particularly. I'm actually a huge betting man, but I'm not going to sit here and try and make too many predictions. I just think that the bigger news is if Tottenham's price is coming in as it is, then that must mean that someone somewhere thinks that Liverpool's team isn't as strong. As it was this morning. So that's good.
Absolutely spot on, Sean. Absolutely spot on. I love it. Sean coming on. You know, he's coming on delivering good news. He's like Santa Claus. We need to dye his hair grey and his beard grey as well. We can have our very own Santa coming on delivering great news. But look, Shawnee, my man.
There you go.
No games in 14 days. You know, do you think fitness could be an issue today? It's a big talking point. Or do you think we will actually be fresher than Liverpool? Do we have the advantage or are we at a disadvantage?
I think fitness like match day fitness or game speed is obviously a little bit. We're going to be probably rusty. I'll tell you what. But like I say, we don't know what the situation with Liverpool is. But I said this to you on your own thing earlier on. I think I also said it to Ben and Sim on the preview game yesterday on this channel. But I think that the first half an hour of this game is pivotal, right? Because if Liverpool have got tired players from their COVID issues and their fitness isn't on par, given that they always play the press, you know, if a couple of players are not up to speed or a little bit off the ball, then you could see a reverse of what happened when Man United tried to play the press and failed miserably against Liverpool. If Tottenham can zip the ball around, right? If Liverpool are off pace, as far as Tottenham having not played for 2 weeks, obviously that's going to be, you know, like the match sharpness isn't going to be there, but you'd hope that the one thing that they could have done whilst they were all isolating was get on a treadmill or whatever they had to do, and knock out their their stamina routine. So I you know what, like I say, I think everything's going to be down to the first half an hour is what I would suggest. And Tottenham aren't particularly known or haven't been known for a while for starting very well. So I just hope they can turn it on today. You know, if we're going to beat Liverpool, I would imagine that this is the best chance we'll ever have, or in recent times. You know, so I think that there's a leveling of the playing field a little bit today if half of the names are out that we've heard that they might be. You know?
Shawnee, I want to beat them so bad. I want to beat them so bad, like I beat my eggs in the morning when I want a big scrambled egg on toast. I really do, so badly. I really hate them. But look, Sean, apparently, look, it's been well reported that Dele Alli is starting today. Now, that's a surprise for me. But what's your thoughts if it is true?
I mean, Jesus, you know, I spend a lot of my time trying to defend what some people would call the indefensible with Daniel Levy. I'm not even going to do that with Dele Alli, right? I don't want him anywhere near the club. I don't like him, and I haven't liked him for some time. The only thing I would say is that if there's a choice between, that obviously means then that, Højbjerg, or if that's true, Højbjerg or Skip.
I think it's
probably Højbjerg's out, right? So I probably would rather. I can't believe I'm saying this because I've never been a fan of Tanguy Ndombele. Even from day one, I've always looked at him and not seen what some other people once saw. But I'd probably rather have him than Dele, because I feel like if we can take advantage of, like I said, that idea that we can zip the ball around a bit quicker and take advantage or exploit any weaknesses in their press, then I think that Tanguy would be better at doing that than Dele Alli with his, casual flicks and, his idiotic drifting out of position that he does. So, yeah, I'm not happy with that. It doesn't bode. That's a real, I don't know. Yeah, nothing positive to say about that if that's true.
No, look, if he has red in his hair today, I'll kill him, especially because it's Liverpool. I absolutely hate them. Be a snowman today. Put white in your hair. Put the Tottenham colours in your hair. You know what I mean? But if he does start,
do something.
It's his chance. Look, Sean, if he starts today, it is his chance to try and get back into contest plans. It's his chance today, and it's up to him to take it. Nobody else. I don't want to hear any excuses after the game if he doesn't. This is purely on him. But I do want to say, Sean, I don't know whether you agree with me. And, I was speaking to Daigle, and Daigle was brought this up earlier as well. That, look, even if it doesn't go to plan today and we don't get the result and we do get beaten, to maybe not criticise any of the players today purely because, we're just up against it. We're after being back off for 14 days, being fit and having match sharpness are two different things. So do you think that even if we don't get the win today, we should take it easy on the players?
Yeah, listen, I think that all of the news that's come out this morning gives us a little bit gives me at least a little buzz that there's a bit more of a chance than I would otherwise have given us. I've always said, all the games that were coming up, this was always going to be, like a free hit or like a, just basically wasn't expecting anything from it. I just don't want to get smashed. I didn't want to get smashed, right? I know Liverpool have scored 3 goals on average per game, and we've got a problem if we are going to challenge for top 4. I didn't think today would really matter too much, apart from if we get absolutely hammered, then it's going to destroy our goal difference again, right? So that was my initial thought. Now, of course, there's other news that's come out that's got me a little bit excited. And so now I've got my expectations up. But yeah, to your point, if it goes as we all thought it probably would, then yeah, we're just going to have to try and remember that. Well, I think we can critique individuals. Like if Dele Alli gets his chance and he does absolutely nothing again and spends his time pushing his hair back, and the only thing that's memorable about him is if he does like a little side flick that doesn't come off. If that sort of shit happens again, then I'm definitely going to have arrows for him, right? But if everyone else tries their best and plays their best and we're just beaten by the better team, so be it, right? Liverpool are by far and away. I think that we always think that there's the top 3. I actually think that it's the top 2, Liverpool and City. I think Chelsea will finish closer to 4th than they will to 2nd at the end of the season. And so, like I say, don't expect too much, but we always live in hope. And as long as the players put in a shift and do their best, if we're beaten by the better team, so be it.
No, 100%. 100%. And look, Sean, this is the pre-match pump-up, but I think Sonny done my job for me during the week. And this is quotes from Son. Sean, let me know what you think of these quotes. It sounds like to me the guy's ready for war, and I love it. He says, I don't want them, meaning Liverpool, to think they could come here and get 3 points easily. I want to take those 3 points from them. It's our home. I want them to have a horrible night. What do you make of them quotes for Sonny? Me personally, I just think it's such a shift in mentality from what we're hearing from players before. But what's your thoughts?
Yeah, Sonny's just excellent, isn't he? All round, he's just
he gave me a stiffy when I read them.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I already had this feeling waking up this morning and then hearing those comments. I've got this little. I know he thinks he's Spider-Man, right? So I'm going to go take I've got my spidey senses are telling me that I think maybe today's going to be better than I thought it would be. I feel like he's such a superstar in all aspects of his personality, his game, his effort, and I love reading those comments, love hearing those comments, and it'd be fantastic if he can get if we can get 90 minutes out of him, if we can. If he's even playing, I don't know if he's on the 11, but if he is playing, and I think he'll be our opener, and Yeah, it'd be fantastic,
100%.
wouldn't it? It would just be superb for him. Yeah.
I'll be absolutely brilliant. I'd love it. Look, I would be putting money on Son to score today, to be honest with you. Looking at them quotes, he sounds like he's ready. He's raring to go, and he wants to get out there, and he's chomping at
Tell
the
you
bit.
what price you can get.
Yeah,
You can get 10-1 right now on Sonny to score first if you wanted it.
No, there you are, 10-1. I honestly, there'll be a few accounts missing €5 right now as you say that, Shawnee, because look, with Son, he always does turn up, to be fair, in big games and stuff like that. And I do think he's ready and waiting. I do think he probably will score today. Just by them words, it does show he's ready, he's excited, and I absolutely love it. But look, Sean, you know, we are up against it with you have Trent Alexander-Arnold, and you have Mo Salah there as well. Not that you can tell the difference between the two. I mean, they must use the same hair products, the same hairdresser and everything else. Hair is more or less the same. It's absolutely horrible, to be honest with you. You know, they look like little...
good old perm, isn't it?
Yeah, what are them things you used to get? Do you remember the troll dolls? Anyone that's a 90s kids would understand the troll dolls with the mad hair. That's what they look like, the troll dolls. And if people don't know what I mean, just type it in on Google. You get exactly what I mean. But honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous. But to be fair to them, you have to hand it to them. They're semi-decent at football. I mean, Mo Salah, his stats speak for himself this season. I'm not even going to go into them because I hate the prick. And then you have Trent Alexander-Arnold, very good player. But again, I hate the fucker. So I'm not even going to big them up with any stats. But how do we stop them, Sean? Especially down that right-hand side, because we know that Reguilon is allowed to be able to push forward and bomb forward. Do you think that Conte maybe you're like a bit like Santa Claus with Rudolph? Sometimes you have to pull the reins in.
I think it's a tough one, man. I think that the best way to here's what I would say. Like I said, I think we have to all take it as a free hit, right? And I think the best way to when you look across the field and you see in every position or the vast majority of positions, if their full strength, we don't know what their teams are yet, but if their full strength team was out, they're better than us with the ball. And like I say, I think the only way that we can really dominate them or exploit them, as sad as it is, but I think there's only a couple of opportunities, and one of those is to pass better. And so essentially, to answer your question, how do we stop them? I think we have to stop them by keeping the ball more, by holding the ball. The less they have the ball, the less they can rip us apart. It sounds pretty obvious to say, but I do think that we need to, and that's why we need
There's Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's what their hair's like. It's ridiculous.
Just after the shower. So that's what I would do, man. I'd try and dominate possession. It's going to be difficult whatever happens, but and like I say, I think that in every position on their flanks they have opportunities to tear us apart. So providing that we have some help with the team sheet, then keep ball, play ball. And like I said, because of that, because we don't expect much, I'd actually throw caution to the wind today and see if we can nick an early goal through Sonny, and then that changes everything, right? If you go 1-0 up inside 25 minutes, then the game has changed, the dynamics change, and then it means that they'll have to come out and come after us more, and then we can pivot again and go, and hopefully if the stars align, we can maybe nick 2 goals, and then we're in a good place. I don't think we'll win by 1 goal. If we are going to win, I think we'll need to score 2 goals or more.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with you there, Sean, to be fair. And come here, how do you think we will start fast? Because like you were saying, especially when you first came on, actually, you were saying that we're not known for our fast starts, but we will. We need to start fast. Yeah. We need to play from 1 minute to 90-odd minutes today. 100% need to stay switched on. What do you think Conte can do to get this team to come out here and start quickly today?
Well, I'd like to flip the question, because I actually don't know the answer to it. Right? Why is it? Do you think that we don't start fast traditionally? I mean, I remember against Villa, against Leeds, against Brentford, we've been like, just even though we've come away with results, and against Norwich, you could argue, and Norwich as well. We always, even though we come away with the win, it takes us 20 minutes to get the kind of engine warmed up. And I don't know why that is. So whatever that reason is, stop it.
Do you know what I think, Sean? we still have a fair few players from the Pochettino era, and when you look at the Pochettino era and you go back and look at a lot of the games, the first 10, 15 minutes, we were slow getting into games anyway. And then once we found our grip into games, we'd push on. And I just maybe think under the likes of Jose and Nuno, they failed to kind of get away from the Jose here. But now that Conte's here, you can see them all refreshed and everything else. And I just hope that maybe now, you know, they are starting to buy into absolutely everything the guy's trying to do. Because I think under Pochettino, especially at the start of the games, it was like, just don't lose the ball, don't do anything sloppy on it. You know, and do not concede inside the first 20 minutes to stay in the game. Then our fitness would take care of the rest and our quality would take care of the rest. But I just think they're still maybe slightly in that mindset. And it's kind of like sometimes you just have to go out there. Once you step over the white line, grab the Bulls by the horn, spank it and just go full throttle. You know what I mean? Absolutely take it to them.
Yeah.
So sometimes
I'd also think that the crowd. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
No. Go on.
I was just going to say the crowd, like the games I've been to this season, the crowd have. We're all noisy when the players come out, and then when the game gets going, we kind of sit into our seats and then wait and see what happens, and nothing particularly happens, right? And then it takes a couple of chances for the other team that they almost score. For the fans to start to go like, "Come on, wake up!" And then we kind of try to rally the team. And I hope that maybe against the big teams today, maybe the saber rattling can start, you know, for 15 minutes before the game, all the way through, and then as soon as the whistle blows to get the game going, we're noisy and they can feed off our energy a bit more, because I think maybe it's the crowd that wake up the players when the frustrations start. So like you say, man, it just grab the ball by the horn. Someone needs to give everyone a slap around the face and say, "Come on, the game is not 60 minutes long; it's 95 minutes long, right?" So, and against Liverpool, you can't afford to be off the ball at the start.
No, spot on. And do you know what though? I do feel the crowd will be in full voice. Look, you know, we haven't had a game in 2 weeks. Plenty of people excited. Actually quickly, the lineup is out, and Dele Alli is in the team, but the lineup is Hugo Lloris in goals. Emerson Royale is back in at right wing back. Sanchez, Dyer, and Davies across the centre backs. And wait for this, but no Reguilon. It's Ryan Sessegnon at left wing back. And the midfield is worse than what we thought, but it is Harry Winks and Dele Alli, Ndombele, Son, and Kane. So that is your starting lineup. It'd be very interesting to see if we go two up top today with Son and Kane, or does Ndombele sit in midfield with Winks and Dele Alli comes in and kind of plays that half role that Lucas Moura plays. And so I'll run through the start 11 one more time. Hugo Lloris, club captain, is in goals. Royale at right wing back. Sanchez, Dyer, Davies form the centre back partnerships with Sessegnon at left wing back. Winks and Dele in midfield with Ndombele, Son, and Kane. So it'll be interesting to see whether if we end up going with three across the centre midfield with Son and Kane up top, or whether we play the way we usually play. On the bench, we do have Brandon Austin, Joe Rodon, Japhet Tanganga, Matt Doherty, Sergio Reguilon, Skip, Lo Celso, Bergwijn, and Lucas. So no Højbjerg in the squad whatsoever. So I'd say he's one of the remaining positive cases still in the squad by the sounds of it, by the looks of that. But look, Sean, now that I've read out the starting lineup, Sessegnon, Winks, Dele, and Ndombele. I mean, none of us really expected that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not as strong as I'd hoped for sure.
No.
Not happy to see Dele in it. I don't mind seeing Ndombele. I think you're right. I think we'll probably go into like a 3-2-3-2. There'll be a flat three. Maybe Ndombele's got a bit more, or maybe Dele. I can't think of which of those two would be more, have a bit more freedom. At least we've got Skippy on the bench. Maybe the decision there was that Skippy hasn't got, more than 45 minutes in his legs, and so we'll try and get through the first half and then bring him on to shore things up if we're in a better position. The bench looks stronger than I thought it would, and the starting 11 doesn't look as strong as I was hoping for. Did you have the Liverpool 11 as well?
No, not yet. I'll go and have a look though. Someone send it to me. Someone send me the Liverpool 11. If anyone's watching and has my number, send it to me and I'll go and get it. If not, if one of the boys in the background could get it and put it up, But look, you know what I will say to people out there looking at this lineup, it is a bit like what Conte was saying in his press conference, that it's going to be a hard one to juggle. Some players you'll get more out of than others due to how long they've had to recover from getting the COVID and whatever, and have you not. So I think you're seeing that reflected in the lineup. In terms of Skip maybe not starting, I think the reason why he's probably not starting is maybe he was one of the positives. And it's just what Conte said. Like he will have to make substitutions. Will play a very important role today for us, I reckon, and that's kind of what Conte was alluding to in his press conference. What I will say to everybody is, I know a lot of people are probably pissed off with the starting lineup, but look, you know, we have a manager in Conte. Maybe he doesn't want to use some of these players. Maybe he does, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, let's back the boys. Liverpool starting lineup: Alisson in goals. Oh, Salah is there. Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Konate, Robertson, Morton. He is a youngster, a young defensive midfielder. He has been promoted. James Milner, Naby Keita back from injury with Mana, Salah, and Jota. With no Firmino starting, which is good for us because that fucker always scores against us. So there you have it. There is both lineups. The midfield battle could definitely be one that could be won by us. If you look at their midfield, Morton, Milner, and Keita. Look, Milner, he's a good player. He's very streetwise. I do like him. Morton, you could definitely try and get at him. And Naby Keita is only back from injury. So that midfield, we could definitely try and win that battle in there. As long as Winks, gets stuck in. As long as Ndombele is pumped and gets stuck in. As long as Dele Alli is ready and will run about and get stuck in, there's no reason why we can't turn their midfield over and get at them. There's no Fabinho, no Virgil van Dijk. Why can't we get at them, Shawnee? Why can't we go and win this even still now?
No, listen, I love that. I love that. Yeah, you're right. There's absolutely no reason. I just think it requires these players that we have as a fan base lost faith in to remind us why they're paid, the money that they're paid, and to remind us of the quality that we've seen in the past from Dele Alli. It wasn't that long ago that Dele Alli was a world beater. It was like we've seen flashes from Ndombele that on his day, when he's bothered, when he's up for it, when he's motivated and he's not sulking or finding a reason to be pissed off all the time, he can be a game changer, and he can like split a pass, and he's so tricky, and he can draw fouls, and there's all sorts of ways that he can, if he turns it on, that we can get opportunities. And Harry Winks just has to, I don't know, do something I've never seen from Harry Winks.
I agree with you. Look,
I do think we got a chance, mate. And a team without Virgil van Dijk is a team that is can be penetrated. It can be. Yeah. There's opportunities there. They're not at their strength. We're not at ours. I'd rather play us at 75% of our full strength versus Liverpool at 60% of theirs, rather than both of our teams at 100% of full strength for both. I think we've got an edge here than we would otherwise have without COVID. So
I just, do you know what, Sean?
Let's be positive.
I just hope it's the youngster coming up against Winks and not Naby Keita. If I was Jurgen Klopp, I'd be sticking Naby Keita on Winks. But look, this is a time for Winks now to stand up and be counted. I don't want to see him marking space, marking the referee, letting people wander across him. Get stuck into the team. You see why Skip and Højbjerg in the team. You see what they do defensively. Add that to your game and then get better at your pass and be more expansive with it. And you're in the team. This is a chance for this guy now to take it today. Take it. He was given a chance against Leeds. Very disappointing in my opinion. He's been given another one today. He's been asking for them. So stand up and be counted today. Look, the guy can do it, Sean. He's proved it. He's done it against Real Madrid. All that yonks ago. He done it against Real Madrid. He's proven he can step up in big games.
That's right.
Now today, let's have it, Harry. Harry, get out there and get stuck in. But another player I want to talk about, though, Shawnee, is Endon Bad Boy. I'm just going to call him Endon Bad Boy for the day, to be honest with you. But look, on his day, we know how good he can be. But for me, I think it's the off-the-ball stuff that kills us. It kills him. Yeah. I'm very surprised Conte put him out there and took the risk, to be honest with you, knowing how high Liverpool and that really press and how successful the press are. Is because if you look at all their highest tackling stats, all the people at the top of the list are all of their front players and the midfielders because they get stuck in, and that's how effective the press are. But with Ndombele, I presume the reason why he has put him in is because he's the guy that can find Harry Kane and Son and get them involved again further up with just one pass.
Yeah, and he's also the guy that if there's a plan, if there's a plan, like let's just, I'm speculating here, hypothetically, if Conte's gone, all right, let's try and get through the first half, right? Either we nick an early goal, or maybe if we're hanging on, if we're 0-0, whatever, 1 or whatever it might be, if we're in a position at halftime, we know that Ndombele, at the best of times, he can't do a 90 minutes, right? But we know that Skippy can't do, if Skippy's fatigued because of COVID, if he can't do the 90 minutes, I'd rather have Skippy to come on to protect something than him to have to come off exhausted because of fatigue and then throw on a player who's not going to be able to protect something, right? So it's obvious if what I'm suggesting is part of the thought process, then it's obviously a big gamble that we're going to have something left to play for and fight for in the game at half time. I don't think you'll see, I do think you'll see Skip on the pitch. I don't think you'll see Ndombele probably Ndombele finish the game, depending on what happens during the first half. Like I said to you at the start, I think the first half is crucial. Obviously, the fatigue and the impact of COVID has taken its toll. But I think I'd rather have something to defend and then bring on Skippy to help defend it than have something to defend and then have to take him off and bring on Ndombele, who's So I don't know, but like in the first half, Ndombele, man, show us why you're getting paid 200 grand a week. Show us what 10 million pound a year looks like. Show us what 60 million pound as a transfer fee looks like. Show us what you're worth, bro, because like you say, the same with Winksy, right? But Ndombele's got a big price on his head, and these are the games that every footballer, no matter how moody you are, every footballer should look forward to and thrive on and want to be in the spotlight. So,
and the thing is, Sean, if he so badly wants out of Tottenham because his friends in Orion and Sissoko are gone, well, then today there's no better time to perform, and hopefully a club will take a gamble on you in the transfer window. So it's up to him 100%. As well. If he does want that move that he's so badly craving, put the effort in. But what I will say to fans is, if you do see a fire engine parked at the side of the pitch, do not be alarmed. It is Ndombele's water bottle, so do not be alarmed whatsoever. And that should last to about 60, 70 minutes. But look, Sessegnon, left wing back, coming up against Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold, Shawnee. I mean, that's a big ask for young Sessegnon, who's only back from injury and hasn't really hit the ground running at Tottenham.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? I was impressed with him in his last match. I think the system, the style, will suit him eventually. I'd be more worried if Romero was out and we had to play Doherty than Reguilon being out and playing Sessegnon. I know that we haven't got that much strength in depth in our wing back positions, but again, I feel like Sessegnon, it's going to be a big test for him today, but it's going to be a big test for everyone today, right? So, let's throw him into the fire and see what they can do, see if he lands on his feet or not. I think he's, it'd be really interesting because I think Sessegnon, we paid 30 million or 25 million quid for him as a young kid, and it hasn't worked out so far. A lot of injuries and stuff, but he's fit now. Let's give him a chance. Hope for the best. I'm not as worried about him as I am worried about some of the other, the players and the positions. So, I'm quietly optimistic that Sessegnon might have a little bit to show going forward as well. And I think that Sessegnon could, because he is 2-footed, he can pull in onto the right, he can dip down the left, he's fast, he's pacey, he's actually got a very good cross on him. I think Trent Arnold's defensiveness is defensive capabilities. He's good. He's a very good right back, but he's not. I feel like Sessegnon could maybe have a little bit of fortune if we get the ball, if we push, if we press, if we go forward, if we get a little bit expansive. I think Sessegnon might have some success down there. So it should be interesting.
You know what? I just wonder, Shawnee. Speaking of Trent Alexander-Arnold, I just wonder. Looking at the way it looks like we are playing three midfielders. It'd be interesting to see whether Dele Alli fills in where Lucas Moura usually plays, which is in that half space, which may be an area where Dele Alli might be able to provide competition or even get into the team, or whether he does play three midfield. But say he does play three midfield with Dele Alli, Winks, and Ndombele, and then it is Kane and Son up top. I just wonder, will you see Son on the centre-back side where Alexander-Arnold gets forward, and as soon as we turn the ball over, will we look to put it in behind him? Because he does leave an awful lot of space in behind him that usually does get covered up very well by Van Dijk and others, who is not there today. So do you think that maybe Conte could go with two up front and use that to exploit them and use that space in behind that will be vacated for Son to get in at them?
Yeah, listen, I think that
and just the second part to the question is: do you think that you might see us play a bit more long ball today, considering how good their press is and how effective their press is to try and beat their press?
I don't like the idea. I hate. I mean, who's playing? Who's going to be in the back three that can play the long ball? Eric Dyer,
Dyer, Sanchez, and Davies.
Yeah, I mean, Dyer's certainly wouldn't trust Davies or Sanchez to do those long balls. Romero looked like he could do it before he got injured. I hope we don't do too much long ball. I don't want to do it because it's just a way. It's so hard to get the ball back off of these good teams that press so well that when you do play long ball and it doesn't come off, you just give it. You're just feeding the beast, right? You just go, oh, we've finally got the ball back off you, and then throw it up there and you win it back. You know, like I say, without Virgil van Dijk, I think the Liverpool are a different beast. They're a beast that can be tamed. We've got to start fast. I think that Sonny can exploit. I think Sonny and Sessegnon will have a little bit of interaction today. I think they'll be key. And like I said, in terms of Dele Alli and Ndombele and Winksy, I think that is obviously such a crucial part of the pitch, mate. And you know, for us to win, all three of them need to strap their boots on and still, you know, seize the day. And like you say, if Ndombele wants to move away, then you go find a suitor. So there's no better chance to find a suitor than playing well today. But yeah, I don't know about the long ball stuff, mate. I don't think long ball's a good idea.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting because just the way I'm thinking is, you look at the way Liverpool press, they will press our back line. They'll also press our centre midfielders. But what will be interesting is to see if they send Alexander-Arnold and Robertson to press our wing backs. It'd be very, very interesting to see if they do that, because then what they will be doing is leaving them exposed, leaving themselves exposed with Harry Kane and Sonny up top, up against their two centre backs. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens there. But look, Sean, my man, what is your score prediction, brother? Positive one only.
Positive one only. We're gonna win 2-1. We're gonna get an early goal, and then we're gonna nick a second one on the counter. And then we're going to concede with like 15 minutes to go, and it's going to be squeaky bum time. And then, you know, there'll be some, like, I don't know, some third, like some decision from the third referee, from the umpire, of what, you know, whatever it's called. And but we're gonna hang on. 2-1 victory to Tottenham, and then everyone's gonna be singing all the way home. It's gonna be a wonderful afternoon for us.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Well, Sean, before you go, give me a big loud "Come on, you Spurs."
Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, let's fucking have it. That's what I'm talking about. Big up, Shawnee. We'll see you again soon, my man. Big up, Sean, everybody. Absolute great call, great guest. What a man. What a man Shawnee is. Everybody give Shawnee some love in the comments. I mean, he roared his lungs out, poor fella. He'll probably be speechless now for the rest of the game. He won't be able to speak. His tonsils will be sore. But look, let's bring on the next guest. Who have we got? And it's Kuva99. Kuva from Tottenham Tantrum Gold. How are you keeping, my man?
I'm doing very well, thank you, David. Well, I was until I saw the team sheet.
What's your thoughts?
Well, you're on a pump up, aren't you? I'm just wondering if I should have.
No, give me your honest thoughts. Give me your honest thoughts. You know, you can give the honest thoughts.
It's like the film. What's it called? The Sum of All Fears, isn't it? Dele and Ndombele, Winks all starting. All I'm going to look at it is perhaps this will inspire the January transfer window, because this isn't exactly what we were hoping for, is it? Perhaps we're saving Skip and Højbjerg for West Ham. That's all I'm hoping. That could turn.
That's a positive. That's a positive, Kuva. See, he can't do it.
It is, but otherwise, I'm gonna be. I think I might turn to drink today for the first time in a few years. But look through my fingers and just hope for the best. They're not at full strength either. That's another positive.
Yeah.
So we'd just be in unknown territory with a bit of luck. If we can keep Trent Alexander-Arnold quiet, that's going to be a big help. But you just happen to feel that perhaps they've got a little bit more strength and depth than we have. So it's a worry. But home game.
Do you think we can get at them, though, Kuva? Their midfield. They have that youngster Morton starting. You know, they have Naby Keita in there, James Miller. Do you think that's an area that if we can win the midfield battle, we can actually get a Liverpool here today?
Well, it's what we've got to hope for, isn't it? Be very aggressive on the ball. I mean, get the crowd going nice and early. I mean, that's going to be a big factor as well.
Yeah.
If we can give them a bit of stage fright, which it seems unlikely because they tend to pull through their youngsters really well, don't they?
Yeah.
But we'll see if we can get to them. We can be quite an aggressive home crowd when the place starts rocking. So get those tackles flying in early, few chances early, and the bit crowd volume could play a major part. But on paper, it's not looking good. Well, Kane and Sonny up front, thank God. A lot of people saying
do you think it is two up front, Kuva, and a 3-man midfield?
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Mm.
I hope. Well, might maybe have to rely on that. What worked so well before with Sonny being the advanced forward and Kane looking to set him going, stretch their defence a bit. Without Virgil van Dijk, they're obviously more vulnerable. But we do have players capable of doing things. But you look at the ones on the bench. I mean, Lucas would have been a shoe-in normally, wouldn't he? Perhaps he's got enough in him to do what he used to do and come on as a super sub. Perhaps holding on 1-1 with about 20 minutes to go, he comes on, just changes the game. I could hope for that. It's not completely out of the realms of possibility. Like I said, if it was a full strength Liverpool team, I'd just be saying, look, let's just forget it today.
Yeah,
we need to be at full strength just to compete. But there's something there. There are positives.
No, there definitely is, Kuva. And look, it's up to these players now. They've been begging for chances, and this will tell us whether they do want to kind of play under Conte in Tottenham or whether they're here for the money. This game would tell us this, and for me, it's up to them to stand up and be counted today. Just a couple of super chats. Moondog says, I'm back from the cafe and definitely did not have lobster. Well, what did you have, my man? Let me know what the pre-match pump-up meal is for Champions, Moondog. Maybe we can get everyone to start eating it. Big up. And he also says, I've seen this lineup. Looks like I will be laying in the dark room until Tuesday. Yeah, look, a few of us could be sitting there with boxes of Panadol this evening. Bottle of wine in one hand, bottle of whiskey in the other. In dark corners of in dark rooms, my man. It could be a hard one to take. I mean, all my friends are Liverpool. My sister's boyfriend is Liverpool. I feel like punching him when he talks about them. So, look, hopefully we can turn them over just to save my Christmas, to be honest with you. But big up Moondog. And then we have Faz Radfar. This is time to prove people wrong for many players, Kuva.
Yep, I agree. The likes of Ndombele, if he really does want to move, he's got to put himself in the shop window. So for Christ's sake, you don't get any bigger game than this. So actually do something. Perhaps you get your move. I'll lay off him a bit if he actually puts in a shift today. But let's face it, he seems to want to be out, and we're not getting the best out of him. Let's do something once for once. I mean, he is the one capable of doing it, at least.
No, he definitely is. He definitely is capable. That's for sure. But Kuva, we spoke about the Liverpool press. It's so well drilled. It's one of the best out there, in world football. How do we play around that today?
Not very easily. You'd have to say your midfield's going to be on top of their game. The two defensive midfielders, especially if you're playing that double pivot, like when we have Skip and Højbjerg doing it, they're essential that they're comfortable on the ball, and we're going to have Winks and Ndombele back there doing it. And Ndombele, he can beat the press. He's capable of it. Winks seems to run down a bit of a blind alley immediately. I'm worried. I've got to say that. Keep looking at Ndombele. He's got to pull out a worldie today. If he can do that, we might get something. But it's not looking good, is it? I wouldn't bet on this one, that's for sure.
Yeah, look, you'll see him sucking out a fire hose before the game, trying to get the water into him to get going. Honestly, we're definitely up against it today. The lineup, look, we just have to have faith in it. We have to have faith in it. We have to have faith that Conte has them well drilled. He has a plan set up for Liverpool to trap them and then hopefully counter them. We've got to have faith in them. And look, anyway, regardless, we get to see our Tottenham back, and that's all we want at the end of the day. First game in 14 days, regardless of the lineup or anything else. Tottenham are back playing football. You know, it's a good time to be alive. Christmas is right around the corner. I mean, what more do we want? But Kuva, how do we stop? How do we stop the two troll dolls in Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold? Did you see? Do you know what troll dolls are? Don't you?
No, you'll have to explain that one.
I'll show you again. I put up a picture earlier on, but no, go on. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kuva.
Are they little kids' toys with wild hair?
Yes.
Oh, I know the sort of thing. How would you stop them? Cheating? I don't know. Just upset them, play them very physically, get them annoyed, maybe try and get them sent off. Let's have some of them dark arts that Jack Kanicki always loves. Anything just to get over physical with them and upset them, maybe. With luck, try and push them back on that side, but that's going to be your work's cut out doing that. Especially especially with Regulon's out as well, isn't he? So we've got to have people stepping up, fill those shoes. Because Sessegnon's still got a lot to prove. He's another one, could make a name for himself in a game like this for us.
And hopefully he does. Hopefully he does, Kuva. I know we need Sessignon to start showing to the party now. We need all these players to start showing to the party. That's why we bought them. We bought them to have an effect on this team currently. So hopefully they can come in and do it. Catman Jess, member for 5 months. What a legend. Big yourself up. He says, in a room of 99 Kuvas, there is only one Kuva 99 legend. 99 Kuvas, and problems aren't one of them. Kuva, what would you say to Catman Jess? He looks like he's a big fan of yours.
Well, we're both cat lovers as well, so can't go wrong. Cat lovers and Spurs is right up my street. Yeah, he's a top man. Is Catman Jess? He's on a few of the channels. Would be on, even when we're not streaming ourselves. We're quite often in the chat together. On a certain little Irish Hotspur a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We'll big up Catman Jess. But Kuva, you know, you have a minute left. I want to give you time to plug your channel because then we have Josh waiting. I have to get him on. I have to be finished on the clock. Extringent today. You know, it's a military operation.
You can see me on Tottenham Tantrum Gold with Dermot and Phil Lattis. We're doing the old school Tottenham games, looking at our legends from past games and having a sort of watch along and then our own commentary. Sort of 3 men in the pub kind of feel to it. We're very laid back, have a few guests on to talk about their favourite games and players as well. So you can catch me on that and around lots of the other channels, basically slagging myself around for views and that's it.
No, look, I think it's
the way we have to end up.
I think it's an absolute brilliant channel. I encourage everybody to get over there and have a look. You know, especially if you're big fans of some of the older guys, that played for Tottenham. You know, they do reruns of all the games. So do get over there and check it out. But Kuva, just quickly, what's your score prediction? And like last week, you know, I want you to wake the kids up, wake the whole house up, give us the loudest come on, you Spurs.
Well, we're on the pump up channel, so let's get delusional. Let's go for a 3-0 win because we're due something about like against Liverpool. We haven't beaten them for ages now. So bit of a cheer then. Can I do 2? Because there's the Phil Lattis Raw, which is that's caught on our channel big time now. But as for the other one, let's go for it. Come on, you Spurs!
That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely love it. Honestly, the police be knocking on your door now. I can hear them. Noise pollution. Honestly, that's so loud. I absolutely love it. Kuva's pumped. Hope everyone else out there is pumped. And just because it was so loud, extra loud than anybody else, get over to Tottenham Thatcher Gold and smash that subscribe. Kuva, I'll see you again soon, my man. And thank you for coming on.
Cheers, David. Pleasure as always.
Big up Kuva, absolute legend Kuva is, guys. He's brilliant. We need to get him on a bit longer the next time. We definitely do. But look, let's bring on the last guest. He has 4 minutes to say whatever he wants to say. Let's get him on. Josh, my man, how are you keeping, brother? Oh, you're on mute. Now we have you. All good, all good. Long time no see. How are you keeping?
All good, mate. All good, mate. Missing my Spurs, man. I went to Tottenham Stadium.
Oh, can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you now, lad.
Yeah. I went to the Tottenham tour. Everyone, check out the Tottenham tour, man. I went yesterday. I went to the Sky Walk thing at the top, and I did the Edge, where you drop down the stadium, you abseil down the stadium. So check it out, man. It's really good experience and worthwhile, man. It's not too expensive, about 50 quid. But yeah, man. So just line up Daniel Levy's pockets so he can go spending in Jan.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. You're going to send Daigle into convulsions now, yeah. He's going to go mad when he hears you saying that. But look, Josh, you know, are you delivering the samosas on the way to the studio?
Oh man, I'm. Do you know what? Samosas right now need to be handed out. So Spurs need to turn up. There's lots of samosas in the bag, but I don't see it, David. I don't see it right now, man. Them samosas are gonna go cold. I think we're gonna have a lot of wastage tonight, man, because I can't see us winning. My view on it is Conte. This is the first time I'm gonna see Conte with a weakened hand. You know, he hasn't got the players he wants playing today. So for me, how is Conte going to set up? This is going to be really interesting. Is he going to go extra pragmatic? Is he going to go full on Jose Mourinho? Is he going to let Liverpool have the ball, stay compact, stay solid, and just wait to hit them on the counter with Son?
Yeah.
With Kane, obviously, in out to maybe if Reguilon comes in off the bench. And, you know, I just don't see where the goals are coming from, man. But you can win ugly in the Premier League. You're at home.
Yeah.
You've got the crowd behind you. They've got a few players missing. If you frustrate them for the first 45, I just pray we go into halftime 0-0. I mean, you know, if we go into halftime 0-0, we come out and we keep them sort of quiet for the first 10. That last 35 minutes, the game's always open. Then Liverpool need to win. Man City have won 4-0. Chelsea have drawn. Of course, we need to win because we're in a top 4 race. But let's be honest, Liverpool need this win. We will take a draw right now, but Liverpool need this win to keep the title race alive. Yeah. Man City are just wiping it right now. So for me, let them come on. We stay solid. We stay strong. If we play them, David, if we play football, they pass better than us. They're quicker than us. Their outlet balls are quicker than us. They've got better forwards than us playing today in Salah, Mane, and Jota. We can't go out there and go toe to toe with Liverpool today, man. I mean, they're just gonna destroy us if we go toe to toe. So this is gonna have to be some sort of ugly kind of, you know, not so pretty on the eye draw, or maybe a 3-point win for us. Let's see. But I mean, anyone would take a draw now. But for me, I'll be so interested to see what Conte is going to do, because it's the first time we're going to see Conte play a team that's miles better than us without our best players. And is he going to say, right, guys, sit back? Or is he going to go toe to toe? If he goes toe to toe, it's going to be a cricket score as far as I'm concerned, mate.
Yeah, it'd be very, very interesting, Josh. Very interesting. It's all up in the air at the minute, but we are half an hour away from kickoff, and I do have to end up, my man. So, Josh, before we let you go, where can people find you? And give me your score prediction and a big come on, you Spurs.
So you can find me on Spurs Debate TV, where I analyse all the goals and look back at the main points of the game. Spurs Debate TV on YouTube. And come on, David Harris, come on!
Let's have
it. Come on!
Let's have it. That's what I'm talking about. Big yourself up, Josh. Everybody check out Spurs Debate TV. But look, guys, there we have it. The end of another pre-match pump-up. I definitely cannot wait. You know, it's half an hour away from kickoff. I am going to hand over to the boys in the studio for the watch along. Everybody, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. The big push for 100K is on. Let's get the job done. And guys, look, you know, we're up against it today. It's a tough game today. But with everyone pulling the same way, everyone showing the same passion, desire, and heart and energy for the 3 points, it definitely can be done. Some call it mission impossible. I don't. I call it mission possible. And that's what it's all about. Just remember, once we do beat them, start chanting Mo Salah diving down the wing, the diving king. Let's get at them today. No more Liverpool. Let's beat them fair and square. Let's not get VAR involved and give them a stupid decision like the Champions League final. Let's go out there. Let's leave it in the hands of the two teams and let us go at it. Let two lions duel, and Tottenham will come up on top. As always, come on, you Spurs. In Conte we trust. And stay tuned. The boys will be back shortly. Big up the We Are Tottenham TV army. If you like what I had to say, get over to the Irish Hotspur and subscribe. I'll see you all back here for the post-match fan show.